Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. So this is Dr. Connors as usual. Thank you very much for being here in this channel and for subscribing. Well, today is Saturday. It is about 4:30. Yes, about 4:33. Saturday afternoon, which is November 21st. I can't believe that we are almost done with November. Time just flies so fast, so quickly. We just don't have any more time to waste, so we should not waste time because they just go like that so quickly. Before we know it, it's it's the next year again. It's a little bit of a somber day for me. November 21st. Last year I was actually in the hospital. I was still intubated at this time last year. That's when they damaged my throat. So last night, I was just listening to all of my recordings. Well, the Filipino in me, I sing. I love to sing. So I made a lot of recordings when I was still able to sing. And of course, it was very upsetting to listen to these recordings. Because come to think of it, I was able to hit notes, but now notes are hitting me. Yeah. It's when I decided to switch into doing vlogs, I instead of like talking about a lot of like professionals, so I wanted to make it more, let's say, personal, like very personal, more like a diary, more like telling you about my life, how my life is going, even though my life is not that interesting, but it is my way of recording the ups and downs of my life. No matter what happens in my life, what is happening in my life, I keep very upbeat, pretty much. I don't like to be down, but there are times where you can't really avoid it. You can't really avoid it because just the world that we live in is very cruel. It's really, really cruel. So I tell you a little bit of a story to give you a little bit of insights about me. You see, I don't like confrontation. I am basically the yes, whatever you want, to avoid confrontation, even though deep inside me, I'm hurting. I'm protesting. I want to scream to the valley, and that isn't so. Your assumption of me is incorrect. But because of my avoidance of confrontation, I seldom let that part of me, which is not good all the time. So I don't know whether it was part of the culture what I was raised in, or it's just me, not wanting confrontation and trying to avoid at all costs, like confrontation or fights or arguments. I'm not very good at it. That's why I did not last as a lawyer. Because I may have the right answers. I can I can basically utter my arguments eloquently, but what it is that when I'm confronted, when I feel like I'm being interrogated, or when I feel like I'm being accused, okay, of things that I don't do, I have not done, you know, it's like a part of me, it's like there's a part of me that wants to explode. You see, growing up, I always had to prove myself. I have lived my life trying to prove myself to everyone around me. I had to be the best. I had to be the best in everything that I have done. I wasn't the popular person. You know, it's like no matter what good I do, it was never enough. No matter how great I thought I was, it was never enough. Like, I was never recognized. For that. It's not that I'm looking for recognition or an award, but it's just the fact that I think because of my silence, and I smile a lot, I'm really upbeat a lot. People have taken that as a sign of welcome to, they can do whatever they want to me. So it took years for me to finally unearth the dragon in me, you know. And over the years, you know, as a young girl, I was always proving myself. I always have to be the best. I was always competing. I wasn't like a lot. I wasn't like a lot in you know, even in my family. I think of, because who I was, even as a young person, I have internalized a lot. I basically just did whatever was asked of me. In that, you know, it's Morgan. I was the yes mom, yes sir. However, if I saw it that it was when I saw something wrong, I wasn't afraid. I wasn't afraid to voice out my opinion. So and I think, Morgan, come here, just 1 second. Let me, again, because I have my doggies with me. Just 1 second. Morgan, stop it. You stop it, Morgan. You stop. Okay, so sorry, I am back. So anyway, Morgan, come here. No, Morgan, my doggy. Morgan, come on. No, Morgan. Come here. I know. This is her. This is the barker. This is the barker. No, no, Morgan. Miss Fairbanks, no, no, no barking. Don't make any noise. No, no. No, no, Morgan. This is my youngest one. This is my grandbaby. This is actually, I think I've said it many times. This is the daughter of Sawyer, my English cream golden retriever. Yes, 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 yes. I love my dog so much. Says I do. All right, so Morgan, no barking. So going back to what I was talking about, I think what led to this discussion on this vlog, discussion about who I am as a person. I think it's because I've been frustrated this past few years, and just like really, and this past few days, just even more so. I have lived in this house for quite a while, and I have had, these neighbors, they have always been my neighbors. And then about 5 years ago, they started picking on me. And they have been my neighbors for quite a long time. Even though, the other lady, she has always been very rude and nasty, but I never really paid attention. But then again, it has become apparent. It is more apparent now, these rudeness and treatments, that I don't appreciate. It's the lack of respect. And I'm beginning to realize, because they have more, beginning to realize that it's who I am, is the way I look. You see, I am not Caucasian. Because I know so, because I've been observing. They don't do the things that they do to me, the harassment that they do to me, to others, to my Caucasian neighbors, to my other neighbors. It is only me. Even though I'm going to be more specific later about how they harass me. They harass me about everything, every single thing. And it's upsetting. It's upsetting. It is contributing to a lot of my stress, because like I said, I don't like confrontation. It's like they do things to me and yet they call the police on me, even though I'm not the one. They cut my tree. They cut my tree. And then they call the police on me because I happened to complain, and I said, I don't appreciate you cutting my tree without informing me. And then now, and then a lot of instances where they have done so much that I would just like shrug it. I guess what I'm trying to say is that it is starting to get to me. There's little innuendos of prejudice. It's starting to get to me. At first, I did not really pay attention. I did not really pay attention to it much seriously than I do now. But it's gaining, this like an impact on me. Because now it's like the more I keep quiet and I don't do things, I don't do anything to retaliate. It's the more they do blatantly, like such blatant disrespect, like coming into my property and cutting things inside my property. I smile because it's just my way of coping. It really is my way of coping. you know, it's reminding me of when I was young, living with my relatives. You know, it's like they nitpick every little thing about me. I was never good enough. I was never good enough to them. No matter how brilliant I was, you know, I have all these academic accomplishments. And it was nothing, it meant nothing. It's because I think it's me. And it's the same thing with my relationships with people. You know, it's like, because I'm not demure. I can't explain it to you, but I smile a lot, even when I'm hurt, even when I feel that I should say something, I just smile. So they feel I'm stupid. They think I'm stupid because I just smile and I just don't say anything, because I think that there are more important things in life for me, you know, than to engage in this just ludicrous type of nitpicking. You know, it's like I'm lacking a better word to describe the situation, because it's, you know, it's just like in all aspects of my life. You know, it's like being good is not good enough. You know, it's like it's like people, they respect you if you have a vast wealth. No matter how horrid of a person you are, you get respect and you get revered by people. And yet when you are nice, or when you are genuinely nice and kind, you know, you go out of your own way to assist. You know, it's like you don't get it. You don't get respect. You know, it's like you're nothing. You're nothing in society. You know, this being good and being a good person, your accomplishments in academics and in your career, if you don't have that vast wealth, you know, that majority can see, that our society can see, you don't get to respect. You know, it's like, how many times that I hear, you know, that when I talk to like my old friends, how much they talk about successes, about, oh, so and so is so successful, you know, she's so wealthy, they own a lot of businesses, oh, so and so is this, you know, she just built this mansion. All right, and then of course, you know, me, I have built nothing. Instead, I focus my, you know, what can you do? You know, I'm divorced twice. That's a failure. I'm not financially well off. That's a failure. However, you know, I have 2 doctoral degrees. I have a master's degree. I have a bachelor's degree. An MBA and JD, you name it, because I focus myself in education, and yet I don't know, I just, no matter what, you know, it's like you can have all this education, if you don't have what society recognizes as success, you don't get that respect. I remember when I was I had a business, I was traveling all over the world. I was in the fashion industry. I had my own business. Traveling all over the world to get my things done. I mean, as like, I tell you, my neighbor right here, oh, she was kissing my arse, left and right. You know, I was married to a doctor, married to a lawyer. and I think these are the things that society see, you know, as success. You know, they don't see you. They really don't see you as a person. They really don't see your kindness. When you go extra mile, they don't see that. However, I'm very, very fortunate, even though, you know, I've been complaining a lot. I have a lot of friends who believe in me, who have been there for me. You know, since this internet thing, I have met a lot of the finest people, because otherwise my hope in humanity would have perished had it not for the internet, because I've met so many. So anyway, you have to excuse me for this soliloquy. I'm gonna be making something. I'm gonna be cooking, and I'm gonna be vlogging about that. Okay? So thank you so much. Until the next vlog, please don't forget to subscribe and share. I'm trying to gain more subscriber, you know. And thank you very much. This is very raw. Again, thank you for being here. This is Dr. Connors. Thank you.